That was great, Ellen. Thank you. You should know our next author as the creator of the book Spokane Shorties, as well as a great storyteller. So let's welcome up Kevin Taylor.
Hi, thanks for being here tonight. A few weeks ago, I saw a classified ad and wrote this story. It's called Lost, Blue Beaded Wallet, lost in Coeur d'Alene area near Dollar Tree. Don't care about the money, but it has the only picture of my mother. Call Vern. Yes, the picture of my mother, dying. She's at the hospice, on her back, asleep in the bed, a swirl of gray hair on the pillow. 2 daffodils lean toward her, as if whispering comfort. It's the only photo of her that we have. My sister and I, acting out of righteousness back in the bad days, and fueled with a fifth and some lighter fluid, piled the others on the lawn and burned them. As the snapshots blackened and curled, we poked at them with lit cigarettes. We were righteous rebels with our feathered hair and wide-legged jeans. I remember one lurid Kodachrome of the 4 of us little ones, kneeling in pajamas, our hands clasped in prayer in front of the nativity scene. Mother crouched behind her stair-step kids, enrobed arms spread like the wingspan of a great vulture. It was quite the show. "You look a show," she would say. She would always say to us in her Irish. The show could be our hair, our clothing, our general demeanor that met her disapproval. I can't recall any word in her language that meant approval. And that was even before the long years she spent railing, pontificating, excoriating. She would drink and accuse, drink and accuse, drink and accuse. Our father was a frequent target. She saved her cruelest insults for him. She was dramatic and theatrical, and how she managed to wind up with my father, no one could fathom. Look up stolid in the dictionary, and you will see his picture. No, it's true. He is also in Roget's, under the antonyms for theatrical, a rare twofer. She cursed his slowness, his clumsiness, his stifled attempts to love her. He was a grown man haunted by nightmares from combat in the Pacific, even 25 years later. A father of 4 who would sometimes stay at his own mother's house for respite. He took on as many as 4 part-time jobs on top of the shitty shift work as a cop so he wouldn't have to come home. I know this now, of course. Then, as a good child of the Irish Catholics, I learned the venom spewed at my father was instruction for me, the eldest son, on how to be a man. I paid attention. Her myriad disappointments in me, I was happy, in a subterranean way, of course, to have pleased her and proved her right yet again. It was only when she started to go blind, after decades of this, did she go to a doctor. And lo, there inside her head were not the red-hot pokers of hatred, nor the pools of bilious poisons, nor the sulfurous fume of cruel mockery that I and others might have expected, but rather a simple tumor, big as a lemon, pressing on her optic nerves. It's not malignant, the brain surgeon said in astonishing, inadvertent irony. It was slow growing, which is why it didn't kill her, he said. But as that grew, it was shoving her brain around in ways that affected her behavior, changing our matriarch into an evil bitch so gradually that it seemed so, well, natural. A Catholic boy folds his hands in prayer and whispers, "Please, Lord, may I have yet more guilt." And here I am now, holding your hand as you lay abed, dying, struck dumb and immobile by a massive stroke that's delivered you into your worst nightmare. I take a photo. How many times, after a picture of strong Manhattans, did you recount in thrilling and disturbing detail that your most feared death would be like that of Wolf Larsen in The Sea-Wolf? Nothing left but an alert brain in a helpless body. To be alive, but nobody knows it. And here we are in the hospice. I am holding your hand, but cannot meet your eyes, so hungry to learn what I might say to you at the hour of your death. I stare instead at the dent in your forehead where they removed skull to get at the tumor. It is huge and rectangular, clearly outlined now as your skin is drawn with the closeness of death. Near the end of your life, you have a sort of fontanelle again. I want to gently press my fingertips against it, suddenly inarticulate at the jumbled press of complicated memories. I loved you. I hated you. I was afraid of you. I felt smothered by you. I fled from you. Can the eldest son say these things to his dying Irish mother? Whoa. Excuse me, there's one more page, which is like stuck. Here we go. I said nothing. I couldn't. It took her 3 weeks to die, and when, finally, the stubborn fires stoking her body flamed out, I was asked to eulogize, this being my role at the funerals of the clan. So eloquent he is, this eldest son, so good with words. I told a story of migrating sandhill cranes, carrying prayers to heaven, how their haunting calls can be heard even when the birds are up so high as to be invisible, how, in such a way, her voice will be with us still. That is why they ask you to speak at these, a sister-in-law said, clasping a damp hand around mine. You know, just keep the photo, keep the wallet, keep it all. Thank you.